Welcome back to the Knockout Dragout podcast, guys. This is Lance.
This is Lamar.
And this is our second podcast. Lamar, how you feeling?
It's my favorite time of the year. It's final season, baby.
This is a special time of the year. The NBA Finals are set. It'll be the Golden State Warriors versus the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Who could have saw that coming?
I sure didn't, that's for sure. What did I say at the beginning of the year? I thought it would be Spurs-Hawks NBA Finals?
Spurs-Sixers.
That's right. So, I guess we'll get things started on that note. Finals predictions. Lamar?
I look at this as clearly just a matchup issue for the Cavs. I mean, they don't match up well with this particular team at all compared to how they matched up last year. I mean, the point guard position, I feel like this year, now that Curry's actually healthy, he's going to be able to prove himself as the best point guard in the league, rivaled only by the great Russell Westbrook. I mean, Thompson, he's been struggling, but, I mean, he's better than J.R. Smith on his worst day. And I think at the small forward position, LeBron's going to have a problem in these playoffs. He's going to get hit from both ends of the court in a way he's never had before. I don't think Durant's going to be checking him on defense. I think he's going to have the second best defender in the league guarding him, Draymond Green, and he's going to have to guard Durant the other way. So he's guarding the most versatile scorer in the game today. So I think that's just going to be a problem for LeBron. He's never been one of the best conditioned athletes. I mean, he's cramping out in the finals. It's clear he gets gassed so quick. Anyway, at the 4, I think Love may score more points than Green, but Green's going to have the better impact. And Love's just not going to – he's not a big man anymore, so he's not going to be able to bully Durant, who's going to be guarding him. And Durant's long enough to be able to help and then recover on Love's corner threes. And at the center position, however, I think this is where the Cavs have a pretty decided advantage. I think Thompson's the most underrated player in the game today. I think his ability to get the Cavs second shots really made a difference last year. I think it's going to be a huge factor this year now that the Warriors took a step back at the center position.
So you're picking the Golden State Warriors?
I'm taking the Golden State Warriors in 6 games, yes.
That is your final pick. This is tough. This is a tough pick for me. I am a Warriors fan. I do enjoy watching them play. Funnest team to watch in basketball. The greatest shooting team the league has ever seen. The Splash family, as some may call them. But this is where LeBron James leaves his legacy. This is where he places his mark in history. I think after he defeats the Golden State Warriors, he becomes the greatest player of all time.
Better than Michael Jordan.
He will be better than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan couldn't have won 2 games against this Golden State Warriors team.
Okay, but LeBron, I'm going to cut you off there because that sounds like the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. LeBron has a very talented team, does he not?
Absolutely, yes.
And Kyrie Irving is, the 4th best player? Maybe. Some people would say the 3rd best player in this series, right?
4th, yeah.
His team, I mean, the Cavs are deeper than the Warriors. Why is this such a monumental win for the Cavs and for LeBron James' legacy if they win?
The Cleveland Cavaliers are a 2-headed horse. It's not a big 3, in my opinion. Kevin Love's game has not diminished, but changed. He's no longer the brute force that he was in Minnesota. He's become a pretty boy, lost too much weight. He's now a knockdown jump shooter. So it's just not the same game. He's still a needed player on that team, but it's not a big 3. It's a big 2. The Golden State Warriors have 4 of the top 15 players in the NBA, and Durant, Curry, Green, and Thompson. And this is the most stacked starting 5 that the league's ever seen. The Golden State's starting 5. The league's ever seen. A team that Kobe could never take down. To me, Jordan could never take down.
We would never know, but LeBron gets a shot this year. Let's see what he does.
And we'll see what he does. And I think it's going to go 7 games. I think it's going to be a close series. I think, to me, Kevin Love is going to ultimately be the X factor if he can knock down shots like he has been the last couple of games. Then it'll make it close. And then if Kyrie, like he's done throughout his career, can quite frankly dominate Stephen Curry and make him look like the lesser point guard, then that'll definitely play a role as well. And then LeBron's going to have to be LeBron. He's going to have to dominate on both ends. To me, it's all about Durant versus LeBron. If Durant steps back and lets Curry be the guy, lead them to the finals, then he's got to go. I mean, this is what he came here for. It's got to be LeBron James versus Kevin Durant.
I mean, I agree with a lot of what you said. I mean, Kevin Love, you said he's been shooting well the last couple games. The problem is that the numbers over the course of his career, over the course of the season, aren't very good. He's a 42% field goal shooter, which is terrible for 4, and he's not a very good three-point shooter. He's only 36% for his career in the three-point line, 37% this year.
Absolutely, he's a rhythm shooter. Like I said, he's found his stroke the last couple of games, and if that carries on, then that'll definitely be a factor in the series. And then let's talk about Klay's struggles. Klay's played like dog shit throughout the entire playoffs.
True. To be fair, he hasn't needed to play well. I think this series is a series where he's going to really have to step up. He's the star with the biggest advantage over his counterpart in J.R. Smith.
He's also a guy that can be an X factor. We all know that Klay can go off and drop 60 in any given night. So it'll be interesting. It'll all be about not role players, because I'm not going to call Klay Thompson or Kevin Love a role player, but it'll be all about what those guys do and who shows up.
True that. So final predictions are, I'm taking the Warriors in a decided 6-game series, and you're taking...
I will be taking the Cavs in a close 7-game series. That'll do it for today, guys. This is the Knockout Dragout Podcast. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram. We will see you later this week. Peace.